Before diving into the details, let's take a step back and ask, why do we need sustainable resource management? At this critical moment, the Earth hangs in a delicate balance. The choices we make today will not only shape our own future, but also that of generations to come. While technological advancements have brought the world closer together, they have also come at a significant cost to our planet and the life it sustains. Every year, over 90 billion tons of resources are extracted to meet global demand, placing immense strain on the environment. In the last 50 years, resource extraction has tripled, and if current trends continue, global consumption could double by 2050. This relentless demand for raw materials is a driving force behind the triple planetary crisis: climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution. That's why sustainable resource management is essential. It ensures that we meet today's needs without compromising the ability of future generations to do the same. Responsible management of resources is key to preserving our planet, protecting communities, and securing a sustainable future. Given the critical need for sustainable resource management, let's take a closer look at EGRM. What is EGRM? The Expert Group on Resource Management is a key player in this effort. As a subsidiary body of the UNEC Committee on Sustainable Energy, it brings together experts from around the world to develop and promote global resource management frameworks. EGRM champions resource management in a sustainable way. First of all, EGRM is responsible for developing and advancing UNFC, which is the United Nations Framework Classification for Resources, and UNRMS, which is the United Nations Resource Management System, ensuring their effective application worldwide. The UNFC and the UNRMS serve as a foundational pillars in our pursuit of lasting legacy of sustainable development. These frameworks are not mere guidelines, but a new lexicon for a harmonious extraction and utilization of our planet resources, ensuring that our activities sustainably interact with the Earth. Secondly, the United Nations Economic and Social Council has endorsed both UNRMS and the updated UNFC, urging the global application of these frameworks to support sustainable resource management. With over 300 active members, including representatives from international organizations, governments, academia, industry, and civil society, EGRM fosters collaboration and expertise. Through its working groups and task forces, EGRM continuously provides guidance to UNEC's intergovernmental body on sustainable energy and resources. And importantly, anyone interested in sustainable resource management can participate, making it an inclusive and open platform for global cooperation. To effectively manage sustainable resources, EGRM operates through a structured framework of working groups and task forces. At the top, the Bureau oversees all activities, consisting of a chair and several vice chairs who represent key stakeholders within EGRM. The Bureau is responsible for guiding and advancing the group's work between meetings. EGRM also includes specialized subgroups that develop standards, promote best practices, and address emerging resource management challenges. These include the Technical Advisory Group and the UNRMS subgroup. Supporting the Bureau, the TAG provides expert guidance, and it's divided into two main categories of working groups. The first one is the sector-specific working groups that focus on different resource types such as minerals, anthropogenic resources, nuclear fuel, groundwater, petroleum, and renewable energy, including hydropower, bioenergy, solar, wind, and geothermal. The second one is the cross-cutting working groups. It addresses broader themes like commercial applications, communications, social and environmental considerations, competency building, youth engagement, SDG delivery, and women's participation. EGRM reports directly to the Committee on Sustainable Energy. Now that we have an overview of EGRM, let's look at the key areas it focuses on. As previously mentioned, EGRM plays a role in advancing sustainable resource management. The group meets annually at the Palais des Nations in Geneva to review the progress of its working groups and task forces. These groups focus on key areas, including developing and updating the principles, specifications, and guidelines for UNFC and UNRMS, bridging UNFC with other resource classification systems and standards, ensuring compatibility and coherence, applying UNFC and UNRMS across different resource sectors and regions, making them adaptable to diverse needs, supporting capacity building and training, helping stakeholders implement these frameworks effectively, fostering cooperation and coordination with other organizations, encouraging collaboration on resource management. Beyond these core activities, EGRM also organizes workshops, seminars, and webinars on critical topics such as raw materials, hydrogen, the circular economy, and digitalization, helping drive forward best practices and innovation in resource management. Now that we've explored what EGRM is, how it is structured, and what it does, let's take a step back and look at why it matters. EGRM plays an important role in sustainable resource management by providing a platform for dialogue and collaboration among key stakeholders: governments, industry, investors, academia, civil society, and international organizations. By bringing these diverse actors together, EGRM helps shape policies and practices that promote sustainability and efficiency. Beyond that, EGRM actively contributes to the implementation of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development through several key actions. First of all, it helps promoting the efficient and responsible production and use of natural resources, enhancing transparency and ensuring that resource information is comparable and accessible, supporting the transition to a low-carbon and circular economy, addressing social and environmental impacts linked to resource extraction and processing, facilitating financing and innovation within resource sectors, strengthening resilience and security in resource supply chains. Through these efforts, EGRM helps build a more sustainable and resilient future for resource management on a global scale. To conclude, how does EGRM's work translate into global action? EGRM's work is backed by high-level international recognition and adoption. The United Nations Economic and Social Council has issued decisions and recommendations supporting the United Nations Framework Classification for Resources, UNFC, and the United Nations Resource Management System, UNRMS, as key tools for sustainable resource management. UNFC and UNRMS are being applied globally. The European Union has included UNFC in its Critical Raw Materials Act, recognizing its role in ensuring transparency and sustainability in resource classification. The African Union has endorsed sustainable resource management initiatives such as AMREC, which is the African Mineral and Energy Resource Classification and Management System, and PARC, which is the Pan-African Resource Classification, both based on UNFC and UNRMS. The International Centers of Excellence on Sustainable Resource Management, which we call ICSRMs, serve as hubs for knowledge sharing, capacity building, and implementation of best practices worldwide. Additionally, UNRMS and UNFC support the UN Secretary General's panel on critical energy transition minerals. These global applications highlight the critical role of UNFC and UNRMS in shaping policies, driving innovation, and fostering collaboration across regions and sectors.